If you're watching this video right now and you're Black, I want you to take a moment and watch this video all the way through. Anyone else, you can watch as well, but specifically this is for my Black community. As a Latino, as someone who is under DACA, as someone who, as you know, we're going through it right now, I want you to understand, and I even want other Latinos to understand, that they're going to have us think that the issues that the Black community deals with and the issues that the Latino community deals with, or Indian or Asian or women or whoever minority group, they're going to have us believe that these issues are different and that Black people should only care about things that directly impact Black people. Latinos should only focus on things that directly impact Latinos, and so forth. And yeah, of course, I'm going to prioritize me, my family, and my people, and that's what I'm going to pay attention to. But do you understand that that way of thinking divides us? It puts us in a position where a small number of Latinos, and we're not small, but a smaller number of people can put pressure on our government, on those people who are not representing, misrepresenting us and taking advantage of us. They're making us weaker in order to be able to put pressure on them. Same way as when the Black community has to deal with a load of crap, because only Black people, for the most part, are worried about those issues, the numbers just divide us up. Do you know what would happen if we had the Black community rocking with us, protesting with us the way that we saw in LA yesterday? Can you imagine what those numbers would be? Can you imagine what would happen if Latinos came together and were out there protesting with the Black community when it comes to those Black issues? What we have to understand is that when one group of us is oppressed, that harms all of us. All of us. And by dividing up ourselves, the issues we pay attention to, into these little buckets, they make it to where our numbers are not as strong as if we were all united. So I think it's important to say, because the Latino issues that you're seeing right now, all of this crap that you're hearing, it's not a Latino issue, and you don't have to worry about it as a Black person. It's going to affect you too. The same tactics they're using on us, they're going to use on you. And the same ones they're using on you, they're going to use on us. So what would happen if, instead of saying, oh, that's not my problem, or no, women problems are women's problems, it's not me as a man, if we all came together and said, there is one group of people at the top, and they are systematically trying to tear us apart, trying to take away our power, trying to take away our rights and give themselves more power, more money, whatever it is. If we just all focused on the problem and attacked the problem together, if we addressed them, if we went if we got engaged in our politics, if we protested peacefully, if we did what we had to do to apply pressure to the government together, to those who try and oppress us together, do you know the amazing things we could do? So my question is, how do we come together and how do we support one another? How do we get our numbers up so high to the point where we can't be ignored anymore? I think that we have to come together and we have to show each other support, because it's going to raise all ships. It's going to make us all be so much better off. But we have to work together. And I know, maybe same as Latinos, the Black community has a hard time organizing themselves as well, but it's in our best interest to come together and support one another, because these issues affect all of us. And when one group of people gets justice, it's easier for the other group and the other group and the other group. So let's stop dividing ourselves and let's unite and let's see how we can support each other, because that's the only way we're going to rise up.
Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, right, this Latino man is asking Black people to come together, and when they come together, things will become better. They will be able to fight a common fight, have a common goal, or achieve a common goal. And he said a lot of things in his video, like he was just calling on Black people and Latinos to come together and reunite, okay, in this video. And a lot of Black people came under his comment section and said, like, we're tired, we are not ready to do all of this anymore. We've been doing it for years. It's been us all this while. We've been the one speaking up for everyone. We've been the one standing up for everyone. So we are not going to be doing this anymore. We are tired of doing it. Then he decided to do another video in response to all the comments that came after that his video. Let's go watch it.
All right, Latinos, mi gente, we need to do better. I need you to watch this video all the way through because it's important for everyone, no matter what background, no matter what you believe. I need you to watch this. A few days ago, I made a video about unity. You can go look at it. It's called We Are Stronger When We Unite. And the overall message of that video was, if all of the minorities, especially particularly the Black community, if we came together with Latinos, just how powerful could we be? What are the things that we could change? What is the impact that we could create? I was coming from hey, if we unite, we can do a lot. And the Black community showed up and they had a lot to say, and it wasn't great. But I'm thankful because they clarified that in my message, I missed very important context that changes, or more so, speaks to the truth of where we're at. We are in a very important place in history. We are in a position where how we organize, the things that we do now, today, tomorrow, in this administration, is going to determine a lot. Go back, look through my video, watch the comments. But if you notice, the overwhelming numbers that you'll hear is 92%. 92% being the amount of people in the Black community who overwhelmingly voted for Harris. Now you compare that to the 46 to 52% of Latinos that voted for Trump. I was asking for them to come help us. And their response was, first of all, we've been doing this a lot longer than you. But second of all, you can't even help yourself. Why would we come and help you? And after reading through 150 plus comments and responding to most of them, it really dawned on me that they're right. They have been organizing and fighting and responsible primarily for the progress of this country for hundreds of years. And for us Latinos, we can't even get our house in order. We can't even agree on who we should vote for and who has our interest in mind. And not to mention now with these protests, I'm seeing people burning American flags. Why would you burn the flag of the country you're fighting so hard to stay in? Why? We are proud Mexicans. We are proud Latinos. I understand the flags because it represents who we are. But we should also be flying American flags because this is our home. This is my home. I've been here for 32 out of my 33 years in life. It is not us versus America. It is us fighting for what America is for us. And it is us learning to unite and support each other and organize. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of conversations that we need to have, and we need to unite and organize and do a better job of moving in the same direction, moving in the direction that is going to be good for all of us. So a lot of the comments were, don't come and ask us for help. Take care of your own house. Figure out what y'all got to do. This message has to be for you. And it was hard. It was hard to read through the comments. It was hard to comment back. It was hard to hear it again and again and again. But I'm so grateful for the Black community that showed up and had this discussion because they're right. And you know what? We do need their help, but we need to learn how to organize the way they did. Instead of asking them for help because we're the ones in trouble now, we need to learn how to organize ourselves. And more so, before we can ask anyone else to jump to our aid,
we need to learn to jump to our own aid, and we need to learn to be there and support other people before we ask anyone else to come help us. So for all of the people who commented, we're sitting this one out as a black community, y'all figure it out. I get it. And I think it's right. I think it's right because we as Latinos, we have to do a better job of supporting each other. We have to do a better job of organizing. We have to do a better job of proving that we can unite and we can organize under a common cause. And not just because we need it, but because it's good for everyone. And when our black brothers and sisters are there and they're going through it, we have to show up for them. Unity starts with us setting the example. It starts with us making the changes that we need to make in order to help ourselves. Because other people are going to be a lot more willing to help us if we're organized, if we're moving in the right direction, and if we're doing things for others because it's the right thing to do. So if you are a Latino and you are someone who wants to make a change, and if you're someone who wants to see America be better for us, we have to learn how to organize within ourselves. We have to learn how to better understand what it is we want and do it the right way. Stop burning American flags. Organize. Learn to support each other. Don't vote because the things that he's saying, the hateful things, the hateful rhetoric doesn't apply to you. Don't vote for just what's good for you. Vote for what's good for your own family, your own loved ones, even if you don't have any family that's undocumented. We have to come together and we have to learn that until we are voting for an America that is good for everyone, it's not going to be the America that we want to live in. So yeah, I learned, and again, I've said it before, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I made that video. I'm grateful that I had so many people reach out, and the love and support from that community that I felt once we had conversation, once people DM'd me and we had a chat, it was incredible. They've done so much for all of us that we don't even notice. We've benefited so much from the black community and all of the effort that they've put in to make this country one where people like us are more accepted. It's our turn. It's our turn to lead the charge. And not just because we're the ones being attacked right now, but because we have the numbers, but because we have the power. And I think once we learn to organize, once we learn to row in the right direction, to take the charge in fighting for everyone's rights, then the black community and every other community is going to be much more open to unifying with us. It may take time. We may not agree. We may not get a lot of this right, but I think we have to want it. And I think we have to step out of our own personal bubbles and step out of this, not my battle, not my fight, because it is. So to all of those in the black community who saw my video, who commented and said, take care of your own house, talk to your own people, I appreciate it because I think that's what we need to do.
So apparently he understood the assignment. He understood that these people have really tried. Like, they have always been there fighting for everyone, fighting for a common goal. I saw a video of a lady who was saying, why is it that when Latinos want to do something, it's just for Latinos, but when black people want to do something, it's for everyone? Like, they do not care who comes for it or who will attend. It's for everyone. That's it. That's what a community is. You look after your neighbor, no matter what race or whatever the person is coming from, right? They are always standing for every and everyone, right? So this man understood that these people have really tried. He saw it from their voices, from their speeches, from everything, from the comment section. So he was like, you know what? Latinos, I think it's time we talk about it. Considering the fact that quite a number of Latinos voted for the present administration, okay, and 92% of black people voted for Harris. They stood up for Harris. They stood up for their own. They knew that the policy was better for them, right? They decided to vote for somebody who has a better policy that we favor them and every other person around them. They didn't talk about themselves alone. They saw the project 2025, they read it, they understood it, and they went ahead telling everyone, I think this will be better for everyone, not just for us, but for every one of us. But these other people didn't understand it. And that's what this man is trying to tell them, say, you know, these people were everywhere. These people has always been the one fighting for everyone. They've been standing up for everyone. They've always been the one standing up in the gap for everyone. They've always want the best for everyone. No matter what community you're coming for or coming from, they are always here and saying, you know what, we got you. And what did you do? Instead of you to support them when it was time, you decided to do your own part by voting somebody who over time told you that these were the things he was going to do, and those things were never going to be favorable to you because the mass deportation is there, the defunding of education, yeah, they talk about the grants, the federal grants and all that. Now people are being laid off on a daily basis since the fund of USAID and other organizations that give out grants to countries and for what purposes. And now some of these people have been laid off. And a lot of people in the Latino communities were affected with the mass deportation. Now, these are some of the things that people look up for and say, you know what, if they had known that this was going to happen, maybe they would have voted the other way. But at that time, it's already too late for them to make that decision, right? It was already too late for them to make that decision. The deed is already done, and you have already chosen who you want to stand in for, who you want to cast your vote for. You have already casted your vote. It has been counted, and this person has already won the election. Now, there is nothing more you can do but face the consequences of your action, because elections do have consequences. And the consequences are the things that we see today. Some of the things that are coming out today that people are seeing and crying about, that's the consequences. That is the full-blown consequences. But some of you are just not getting it. It's amazing that some of these Latino people are beginning to get it. Somebody like this man is beginning to get it. And I hope it spreads, right? Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.